What's up, everybody? While with Blockchain Academics, we're going to be looking into Asva Finance. They have their IDO coming out very soon. We're going to be looking at a bunch of IDOs, new projects that are coming out because they have given us awesome returns. Projects that are in seed phase, private, or public investing phases, because I'm not sure if you've been following, but these DeFi and NFT projects and just IDOs in general have been crushing it. So make sure to subscribe if you have any IDOs or projects that you want us to check. Post them below and we'll take a look at them. So Asva Finance is the first platform powering cross-chain asset trades and NFT auctions by leveraging the Polkadot network. It is going to be huge. Just before we go into Asva Finance, I got some sponsored content. Market Square by ARC.io released a new video called The Blockchain of Ready Player One. It explains how blockchain can power the VR game in a movie, shows the blockchain powers real games, NFTs, virtual reality experience, and oracles too. If you haven't seen the movie Ready Player One, it's an awesome movie to check out, and Market Square just covered this so awesomely. Their voiceover was amazing, and they've shared so many dApps that are out right now that I didn't even know are out that you can use today. So the link is in the description. You can go and check that out. Great job done by Market Square. So let's get right into Asva Finance. Every project on Polkadot has done pretty well. And if you get into this early, it's very low risk and there's a high reward. So why Asva Finance? Cross-chain liquidity. Asva is a cross-chain liquidity aggregator integrated with decentralized exchange liquidity pools across multiple blockchain networks. So you don't have to be limited to just lend your ERC20 tokens. You can also lend tokens on the BSC network, on the Polkadot network, and other networks that are integrated. So I don't think there's other platforms that allow you to do that. I mean, there probably are, but I'm not aware of them to allow you to do that on one interface, one exchange like Asva Finance. So that would be awesome. Same with cross-chain swaps. At first, I was so hesitant to get into BSC projects to get my ETH bridged, because at first it was like pretty foreign to me, but after you learn how to do it, it becomes really easy, and that'll remove that entry to that barrier of entry to these newcomers or noobs, however you want to put it, that are having trouble bridging their assets or maybe are too afraid to do that. So if you have that all in one platform and they can just do it with a few clicks of a button, I think that would remove that barrier of entry, and a lot of people will start flowing into these protocols, start providing more liquidity, and the user base will just grow, and that's what DeFi is looking for. And best yields. They feature a cross-chain yield aggregator and leverage DeFi protocols that tokenize the liquidity into cross liquidity pools to maximize yields. Lend and borrow, the traditional lend and borrow. Asva aggregates top lending protocols to offer some of the best interest rates, so I'm looking forward to see some of the rates when they come out. I haven't seen anything with any numbers right now, so looking forward to that. NFT auctions as well. They are implementing auction models that apparently get you the highest price. I believe it's a Dutch model, and we're going to go into that, and low transaction fees as built on Polkadot network. This is like a quick preview of their platform, their wallet, and all that great stuff. We can't see anything else than this, but it looks pretty clean. Pretty much basically like all the other projects that have their interfaces that are up and running. And here is their NFT marketplace that I'm actually looking forward to see. So you can see that they have an efficient price discovery mechanism by leveraging Polkadot infrastructure. And the total product is a DEX market, smart lend, smart yielding route, and NFT market, cross-chain BSC and ETH. So I'm excited to see their platform live. Let's get into the NFT section, because that's what's hot right now. The Universal Authentic NFT Marketplace. Some key features is Asva NFT Marketplace envisions users to explore NFT assets in simplified and secure ways to encourage a network of multi-chain NFT trades in the most quintessential way. Additional Asva provides key features. Building the future digital ownership marketplace. You can buy and sell games, NFTs, music, and all that great stuff. And if you actually want to become an early artist on Asva Finance, you could join, reach out to them, and start producing. It's always beneficial to get into these platforms, regardless if it's a creator, content creator, investor, liquidity provider, because that's like, you're getting the lowest risk and the highest reward, where maybe the coin's going up in price, or you've produced some of the first art on here and they become rare, whatever it may be. I always find it's best to get in first and kind of, secure your spot there. So let's get into the light paper. We're going to go into the problems that we are faced in the DeFi ecosystem and some of the solutions that Asva is going to solve for us. So cross-chain trade issues. Like I mentioned, the first time I tried to bridge over some assets from ERC20 tokens to the BSC network, I just kind of procrastinated. I said I'll do it later. I'm like, oh, I don't even need to get into BSC projects because I have everything here on the Ethereum network. I don't need to do that, but I was missing so much because there's so much happening that I just was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. So if they can implement, a system on their platform where you can trade from network to network and do it very easily and at a low cost where you're not paying high gas fees, that would be awesome. DeFi liquidity problems. When we started with these decentralized exchanges, slippage was a huge factor. Like, there was not a lot of liquidity. So if you wanted to sell large amounts of your asset, you're going to see a huge decline in price. The slippage was real. So they are here to solve that liquidity drain. The liquidity problem arises when the seller is unable to sell large volume as assets, like I just mentioned, and fragmentation issue. The current landscape constitutes DeFi products and solutions that are complex in nature, creating an entry barrier for novice users, as I mentioned as well. So here are Asva's proposed solutions: a hybrid liquidity protocol. Asva Finance will infuse liquidity into various protocols through smart aggregator solutions. It will fetch liquidity from DEXs, liquidity pools, and SEXs. So not only you're not investing, but providing liquidity to decentralized exchanges, you're also providing liquidity to decentralized exchanges. So one-ups these standard, DeFi protocols that only allow you to provide liquidity to DEXs. Also, another bonus that it has is you can provide liquidity to cross chains, so you're not just stuck on the Ethereum network. Yield farming solutions. I'm so excited to see some of their numbers, like what are the APYs and all that staking, farming, and incentives on this platform. Cross-chain trade solutions. Asva's models a single initiative interface to execute seamless cross-communication trades without much of a hassle. So I'm looking forward to that as well, because I'll probably use that instead of the Binance Bridge form. Users can execute cross-chain swaps, lends, borrow, trade, and farm cryptocurrency and synthetic assets effortlessly through a single medium user experience. And NFT trades. That is why a lot of you guys are probably here. NFTs are just blowing, like they're going nuts. I believe the market cap for NFTs crushed $1 billion. Maybe the figure is higher now, but NFTs are just going nuts. And if you haven't joined, check them out. So Asva ecosystem comprises NFT auction-based marketplaces. It eases out the entire NFT process right from creation, purchase, and sale of NFT assets in a dynamic landscape, employing adequate liquidity solutions, fueling rampant adoption, and empowering the NFT landscape. So why Polkadot? If you're not familiar with Polkadot, take a look into it, but I won't go deep into it as we're focusing on Asva. But limitless scalability, low transaction fees, robust infrastructure framework. I wanted to go into the tokenomics. We'll go into actually the cross-chain money market powered by DeFi NFTs, Asva itself, and I wanted to share the technical architecture with you guys, and you can see they made it visually easily for us to understand. So the primary components of the Asva Finance comprises the following. Asva vaults right here, and the Asva architecture comprises smart contract based vaults that allow storing of funds in a safe and secure manner. It can also be considered as a liquidity pool that is employed across various platforms like Uniswap, PancakeSwap, etc. Asva Open API. So in order to operate with diverse chain vaults and interchange liquidity, Asva Finance will utilize the open APIs across various platforms to drive enough liquidity on Asva product ecosystem. The Asva Bridge. Leveraging the Polkadot parachains, Asva Finance will create bridges that will ease communications with various blockchains infrastructures like Ethereum, Polkadot, Cosmos, and others. And last, the controller, Asva controller. Whilst the bridge is developed on Polkadot network, the controller will be employed to integrate different mechanisms like yield farming, insurance, leverage, derivative options, and others. Asva Finance will inject the latest DeFi features to efficiently utilize the controller. So you can see here what I just explained, Asva Vault, the open API. You have the parachain, Polkadot, Binance, Cosmos, and Ethereum. And I'm excited to see how this plays out, like how they pull it off, how the platform looks like, and all that great stuff. And you can see the ecosystem here. Polkadot, the Binance chain, Ethereum chain. It goes into the DeFi use cases and the NFT use cases, and they've just kind of connected it all together. And the use cases are what we went into the white paper, but we can go again over them quickly. Cross-chain liquidity aggregator, smart lending, smart yield, NFT use cases, the NFT marketplace, tokenized real-world assets. The concept of colored coins were introduced in Ethereum and made popular in mainstream with ERC20 tokens. However, the ERC20 tokens have intrinsic limitations when it comes to representing real-world assets. Real-world asset classes. ERC20 tokens are ideal for representing utility and service asset classes rather than representing real-world asset classes. NFTs are conceptualized to represent real-world asset classes, and you can pretty much attach anything to an NFT. So it's just crazy how things are evolving so quick. Next, I wanted to share the token metrics, the tokenomics. It's not in the white paper, so I had to come to the Medium to check it out. There is a total supply of 90 million Asva. I don't think they have the prices here. Okay, they have the initial market price at 30 cents, but they don't have the seed price, public price, private sale price, and all that other information. So 90 million total Asva maximum supply. The initial circulating supply is 7.5 mil with the 30 cents initial market price. I believe that's the TGE price. And you can see liquidity 5%, reserves 10%, marketing 5%, ecosystem 20%. That puts us around 40%. The team 20%. So I want to see how much that's locked up and how long that's locked up for, and I can see that right below me. So we'll get into that. User rewards 10%. Okay, giving back to the community. Public sale 3.8%. Private sale, that'll be a large chunk of the coins. So want to make sure that the vesting is makes sense for that. So we'll look below, and then seed 7.5%. So it would be cool if they don't have the price. Let me see if I can check. No, they don't have the prices for every, seed, private, public tiers. So seed is 10% on TGE after 3 months. And I believe their seed just finished, as I checked in their Telegram, and they said the seed was closed. So we have just missed the seed round, but I believe the private and the public are yet to come. So the private would be awesome to get into, depending on the price and all that. So seed 10% on TGE. So on token generation event, they only get 10% upfront after 3 months listing. So 3 months after, 12.5% monthly over 3 months. After 9 month listing, 17.5% monthly over 3 months till you get your remainder. So that's not a bad schedule at all. Private, where they had majority of the allocation, they get 18%, while the team got 20%. But in terms of seed and public, the private gets 18%, so they get slightly more than the seed, as they're paying a higher price on TGE after 3 months listing than 15.5%. So very similar to here, just the 1 or 2% higher on every number they they have for the private. And then public, you get it fully unlocked, which is usually how it is on TGE. You get it on the day of the listing. On Uniswap or, wherever it may be, you get all your coins up front, which is how it's supposed to be. Liquidity, 10% on TGE, then 10% monthly over 9 months. Okay. Marketing, 5% on TGE, then 2.638% monthly over. That's pretty fair. Ecosystem, 4%, then 2.6. That's pretty fair. Team, 1 year fully locked, then 25% quarterly. So, they're not going to be they're not going to be able to run away with your funds like a rug pull right at the start after collecting all the seed, private, and public money, because their tokens are locked up for a year. And all their tokens are locked up for a year. They're not getting any percentage at the TGE. And the reserves, 6 months fully locked, and 25% quarterly. So reserves was 10%. So it's still quite a chunk. The initial circulating supply in Asva token stands at 7.5 million, 8% of the total cap of 90 million. This constitutes the token unlocking from seed investors, private investors, public sale, liquidity fund, ecosystem, and marketing. 675,000 Asva from seed investors, and they just break it down. So the effective circulating supply is that 7.5 million. Awesome. They have it tidy and easy to understand. Another thing I wanted to share quickly was on the front page, I did remember right now I saw their roadmap. So where we are right here, this is Q2. Nope, we're in Q1. So Q1, seed funding, which we just missed. A little sad about that. Token contract launch, which I have up here, the BSC the contract address. And I just wanted to stop everybody. There's so many scams, and I believe somebody did just get scammed when I was reading in the Telegram, and they thought it was out, and they sent funds. So like, admins never message you, the projects themselves never message you for investment. It's so hard to get into them. So if you got a random message out of the blue to invest, you're getting scammed. And why not check with the team to make sure before you send your money? Like, you're just kind of sending it out in the blue. And sometimes it happens, and then you learn from that mistake. So Q1, Asva NFT platform developments, substrate developments, and we're going to jump back into the white paper to go over the NFT part. Q2 2021, we have the TGE. So the TGE is going to be coming out shortly then. In the next quarter, Asva V10 launch. Looking forward to that. NFT platform, smart yield platform, cross-chain liquidity aggregation, security audit, which is a big one for me because I want to have that ease if I'm investing that the security audit's been done, maybe 2 of them as well, so that we know that the smart contracts are sound, there's no malicious coding in there, and we are good to invest. You don't want to trust people, you want to verify. Don't trust, verify. And then the mainnet release. Q3, we're going into Asva V2, smart lend platform, management platform, NFT collateral launch, mainnet release, global strategic partnerships. They have a lot on their plate right now. And if we go to Q4, Asva V3, the Asva parachain releases, huge. Integrate Asva products to Asva parachain, commencing on building native products, Asva grant program launch. And I believe that's it for this year until they update it for 2022. So I did forget to go over the NFT part of this. I wanted to show you what kind of auction they did, but we're going to go into a few other things I missed. So you can see here the Smart Dex aggregator, Uniswap, SushiSwap, CX, like centralized exchanges liquidity. No, but with Asva you can. Yes, you can. All of them are Dex liquidity. That's a given. Swap, yes. Decentralized. Cross-chain transactions, Asva, yes. Scalability, very high. Risk hedging via smart contracts. So that's why I said those audits are very important. You want to make sure the smart contracts are like very sound, safe, and there's no malicious code. Gas fee, very low, and chances of liquidity drain, no. Incentivizing long-term LP. And where's the NFT? You can check here, DEX, lend and borrow, synthetics, yield farming, NFT auctions, Asva parachain, the Ethereum network, Polkadot, Binance Smart Chain. So there's a lot more opportunity to lend out your liquidity. And this is what I wanted to share with you guys, the Dutch auction process. And this is the first time I heard of it. So I may be explaining it wrong, but I went into what it is. And that's where the price, when you're doing a Dutch auction and the process of that is, it's starting high. So let's say the NFT is $50. It starts at $1,000 and it gradually comes down. And everybody bidding, like no bidder can witness the bids of other bidders until the bid is formulated. So you don't know what other people are bidding, and it starts high. Let's say at $1,000, then comes down to $900, then $800, then $700, and $600. And honestly, that's pretty smart. I've never heard of that process. So I'm pretty interested to see how that plays out. And if you're able to send your NFTs to the Asva Finance platform, I'm assuming you just connect your wallet and then you can list some of your NFTs on their platform. So I'm just very curious and excited to see how the platform works and how it looks and how user friendly it is and all that great stuff. So let's jump into the team. We have the co-founder here, Kumaravel. I checked their Twitters, and I mean the founder, co-founder, both of them right here, they're brand new Twitters. Like this guy doesn't even use his Twitter. They probably shouldn't have even posted that because it doesn't look the greatest. This guy has used this Twitter for a lot longer. I scrolled down, I think, to like 2018. So he's been on Twitter a lot longer, but then you see the other two fellows here, which have just created their Twitters as well. And I thought this guy kind of looks like, the Indian Salt Bay or something like that. But, a new Twitter isn't the most concerning thing. And then we look at their LinkedIns. Like you want to see, when you're investing, you're usually investing into people as well. Like the idea is awesome, but if you have a strong team carrying that strong idea, and you're more comfortable investing. So if we look at the LinkedIn, I believe this was made very short, like very recently, because if you look at skills and endorsements, he has none. He lists all his skills and endorsements and whatnot and what he's done. But when you come down to another partner here, you can see that he's actually been endorsed. People have endorsed him. So this profile is a lot more active and older. And you come to, I was checking all the profiles. I believe one of them has like a stacked. Yeah, you see this guy has 99 plus, 94, 93, endorsed by 15 of Sumit Kumar's colleagues at HSBC. So, it's not a fake profile. And they have a lot of experience, and their Twitters may be, recently made, but their LinkedIns, some of the LinkedIns have been around and they have, a lot of the same connections I do. Looking into the advisor, I couldn't find much information, to be honest. The Twitter leads back to the front page, and his LinkedIn is, just the normal crypto LinkedIn. I checked some of these projects, so like Swap Network, he's just an advisor at, but Swap Network never really launched. So just looking at the track record of the team and the advisor, and if they've done anything previously, maybe I'm not seeing something that I missed, and I'm not talking negatively. I just want to look at everything I can. So that's looking at the team, but let's look at their social medias. Their social medias are very active. And their Twitter I followed. I believe I have everything up there. Their Telegram I joined, so you'll want to join their Telegram if you want to join the whitelist and follow the project. 7,300 members and growing. There's a ton of people coming in daily. And once they announce their IDO details, like the private sale, the public sale, and if they're on a launch board, this will go 10, 20, 30,000 members very easily, very quickly. The project has a ton that they're delivering, and just in the DeFi and NFT space, it's pretty large. You can see their Twitter right here. I'm following them, 5,000 followers. Nobody I know is following them. They're pretty under the radar right now. They are very active though. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Very, very active, and they're posting a ton, so that's what I like to see. I did find this project on CoinMarketCap, and then I started doing the digging, and I'm like, this is a strong project. I think I would love to share this with my followers and use this as the first IDO video, and we're going to get into a ton more. So that is pretty much it. They have their smart contract address right here, which brings us to the Asva Finance token address. You can see total supply at 90 million Asva, and they're probably just doing some tests and whatnot and making sure everything's good to go. So make sure you check the contract address before you send funds. Like, people are getting scammed. You don't want to get scammed. Don't jump into anything. Just wait for the news, wait for the actual team to come back to you, and then make your investment if you think that this is a great project and that you believe it's going to do well. With these projects, the risk is relatively low because you're getting in so early with the seed, private, public sale, and usually there's a cap. You're not going to invest 100, 2, 3, 4, 500K unless maybe you're in the angel, or potentially the seed wasn't filled and 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 people bought it out. But usually they have soft caps, hard caps, and they fill out. They're trying to involve as many people as possible to have that strong user base. So they limit the amount you can invest, and they raise the amount of users. So let's say there's $1 million they wanted to raise. I could put $1 million, and that would be one investor. Or they can split that up to 1,000 investors for $1,000, or 10,000, 1,000 times 1,000, or 10,000 investors with a smaller allocation. So I think that's what they're going to be doing. And then if they jump on a launch board like Polkastarter, TrustSwap, anything like that, it'll just blow up. So that's my review on Asva. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe. We're going to be delivering a ton of IDO projects, new projects that have just been listed that have huge opportunities. So if you want to see a project that you're looking at, post it below and we'll get it done. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.